Hello, this is Michael Fiore, and in this short, free educational presentation, I'm going to teach you how to know if a man really loves you. 7 simple questions that thousands of women have used already that prove without a shadow of a doubt exactly how a man really feels about you. Now, a quick warning before we get started. This presentation is going to be up for a very limited amount of time. We could take it down at any time, so you're going to have to watch it now. Also, it's important that you pay attention and do the exercises I give you over the next few minutes if you really want to know what goes on in the heart of your man. So no checking your email or getting on Twitter or playing games or anything like that. Also, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to have a gift for you that will completely alter the way you interact with men forever and will have the man of your dreams chasing after you. So stick around. Now, before we get going, who am I and why should you listen to me? You may have heard my name before. My name is Michael Fiore, and I'm an internationally known relationship expert. In the bottom left corner, you'll see a picture of me on the Rachel Ray Show. I'm also an Amazon and Wall Street Journal best-selling author for my popular ebook, Make Him Beg to Be Your Boyfriend, available on Amazon, iBooks, Barnes & Noble. Above and beyond that, though, I'm an incredibly dedicated boyfriend. There's a picture of me and my wonderful girlfriend. And more important than any of that, I'm a guy who's actually dedicated his life and his career to helping women truly understand men and have amazing relationships with great guys. So why am I doing this presentation for you? Because I kind of have to. You see, several months ago, I sent one simple but powerful question to my email list of over 100,000 women. What was the question? If you had telepathy and could read the mind of any man, what's the one thing you would desperately want to know? Now, I got hundreds and hundreds of responses to that question, actually thousands, I think. Answers like, why does he look at other women? Why do men lie? Would he cheat on me? Is he cheating on me now? Why doesn't he talk to me? Why does he get so quiet? But one devastating question came up way more than the others. In fact, this one question came up 10 times as often as the next one, with literally hundreds of women asking it in dozens of different ways. Can you guess what it was? I bet you can. The answer is, does he really love me? Now, reading these responses from desperate women broke my heart and made me realize 2 things. One, there are a lot of guys out there who are really awful at letting women know how they truly feel about her. And 2, a lot of women are making a fundamental, devastating mistake that makes it impossible to ever have a truly happy relationship with a great guy. They're either giving their love to a man who doesn't deserve it or are sabotaging their relationships by not seeing the signs of their guy's incredible devotion. And if you keep making this mistake, if you don't learn what I'm going to teach you over the next few minutes about men and the unconscious ways we express love for a woman right here, right now, you're going to end up old and bitter and victimized and lonely and full of regret, like so many women who fell for the lies about men you've been fed since you were a little girl. In fact, I'm sure you can think of women like that who you already know. Maybe even women you're related to. Women who never found their Prince Charming, who spent years in awful relationships, who never had the love they deserved and are angry about it now. Or, worse yet, women who found incredible love, but didn't know it, and let it slip through their fingers, who never got it back. Now, I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to have an amazing relationship where you feel truly loved and adored the way you're supposed to, where you're with a man who really gets you, loves you, keeps you safe, and celebrates you. So here's what I'm going to do. Over the next few minutes we're together, I'm going to give you a sequence of 7 simple questions you can ask yourself to kill doubt and anxiety, and know with almost 100% certainty whether the guy you're with or are dating truly cares about you, truly loves you, or if he's just using you or is just stringing you along. Just ask yourself these 7 questions and please be honest about the answers, and you'll know if you're dealing with your own Prince Charming who truly adores you and you should give yourself to, or a douchebag you should walk away from and never think about again. Now, before we get into the steps, we have to cover a few really important concepts about men I guarantee you've never heard before. Concept number 1. A woman's insecurity can kill a man's love like poison on a flower. Let me let you in on a few of the things that men are saying when you're not listening. These are emails that I've received from guys talking about women. One from a 32-year-old man. It kills me when I tell her I love her and she doesn't believe me. From a 47-year-old man. She's always asking me if I love her. And no matter what I say, she doesn't believe me. I hate it. Hate it. It makes me wonder why I'm with her in the first place. And from a 38-year-old man, I'm afraid to tell her I love her or do something nice for her because it always blows up in my face. What this means is that constant toxic insecurity and neediness, constantly needing a man to prove how much he loves you and refusing to believe him no matter what he does or what he says, is devastating to a man's ego, destroys his sense of masculine power and pride, and quickly drains the love out of him like water from a sieve. I know because I've been there. I'm in a wonderful relationship right now, but the girlfriend I had before my current girlfriend, who I hope is going to be my wife, the mother of my children, imploded on me because this wonderful girl who I truly did love could simply never believe me when I told her I loved her, when I did nice things for her, when I went out of my way to try to show her how much I cared. The anxiety inside her was absolutely toxic, pushed me away, and ultimately is the reason that we broke up and the reason that we're not together now. Now, concept number 2 is that it's impossible to be loved unless you love yourself first. A lot of women fall into the trap of putting all of their self-worth and self-esteem into their man. This is way too much pressure to put on a guy. If you don't like yourself, love yourself, actually, it's going to be almost impossible to have a lifelong committed relationship with a guy. As I always say, a man can't make you happy any more than you can make him happy, but you can help each other along the way. Concept number 3, this might seem obvious, men aren't women. Now, there's a great quote from Dr. John Gray, the guy from Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, who says, "Women treat men like incompetent women, and men treat women like incompetent men." To me, that's both hilarious and true. One of the reasons so many women spend all of their time in Anxietyville is because they want their guy to express love the exact way they do, and get furious when they don't. Men aren't women, and we don't communicate the exact same way that women do either. I'll show you more about that in a minute. Concept number 4, love means different things to different people. This is really important, probably the most important part of this presentation, so pay attention. Love is like snow. Every flake is different. Actually, we should really have different words for what we mean by love, because love can easily get mixed up with lust, companionship, respect, fear of being alone, and obsession. Let's talk about what love means to too many women. To many women, love seems to mean, is he obsessed with me, like that vampire from Twilight? Does he desire me and only me? Would he protect me from dragons? Does he think about me all the time? Does his penis shrivel up if he even thinks about another girl? Will he be mine forever and only mine? Does he love me? Whew. Now let's flip the coin over and talk about what men often mean by love. What men often mean by love is, do I like how I feel when she's around? Or am I satisfied with her? Or does the idea of her with somebody else make me want to rip the head off a buffalo and wear it as a hat? Now, I'm not saying that men aren't capable of deep and abiding love. I'm just saying a man's love usually isn't of the crazy stalker variety some women seem to need to prove he's in love with her, and which would get him thrown in prison if it happened in real life. This creates what I call the gap. Women want obsession and devotion, and men want appreciation and respect. To be happy, both sides need to give a little or a lot, and learn to read the signals the other is giving off. Do it right, and you'll fit together like a puzzle piece. Do it wrong, and I'm sorry, you'll never find happiness. Now, am I saying it's all on you? The insecurity and difference of opinion on what love means is the whole problem, and it's you and only you who has to change? Nope, not at all. There are certainly women who find themselves in relationships with assholes, douchebags, and users who don't really love them, but are just keeping them around for sex, money, and a warm body to sleep next to at night until somebody, quote-unquote, better comes along. The key as a woman is learning to tell the good from the bad, to run from the players, douchebags, and users, and to make sure you don't push the great guys away by mistake. Okay, now that we've covered those concepts, let's get into the 7 simple questions to let you know if he really loves you. Use a piece of paper or a little text edit program on your computer or whatever you have available as a scorecard. Question number 1 might seem obvious. Does he say, "I love you"? I know, duh. Now, whether he says "I love you" or not is not actually the be-all, end-all of whether or not a guy truly loves you, desires you, adores you, or not. A lot of guys are socialized from a very, very early age to be really careful about saying "I love you," because saying "I love you" to a woman is in its own way a form of making a commitment. In fact, if a guy says "I love you" too early, that's actually a bad sign. If you meet a guy and he's saying "I love you" on the first or second date, or you meet a guy online and he's already talking about you having kids together, living together forever early on, that's a really bad sign. He's not looking for a wife or a girlfriend. He's looking for a mother. And even how often a man says "I love you" isn't the important part. Even the word love isn't the important part. Does the guy that you're with, or a guy you were with in the past, say things like "I adore you," "You're great," "I like you," whatever it's going to be, at least a few times a month? Now, more is generally better, but think about it. At least a few times a month, is he going out of his way to say the words "I love you," something like that? If he does say these words, or something similar to it, give yourself a point. And unfortunately, if he doesn't, don't give yourself a point. It doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't love you. He just doesn't express it in that particular way. Number 2, does he make you a priority in his life? Now, note the word "a" there. I say a priority in his life, not the priority in his life. Actions do, in fact, speak louder than words, and it's harder to lie with your body. Now, with a guy, to really be in a loving relationship, you should be in his top 3 priorities. Not necessarily the number 1 priority, but at least in his top 3. In my own life, my priorities tend to be things along the lines of my business, my job, helping women just like you, working out and playing music. These are 2 hobbies that I really enjoy. And then my girlfriend, her happiness, making sure that she's really, really happy, enjoying her life, and feels truly loved. At any given time, those 3 priorities can shift. Sometimes I'm really focused on work. Sometimes I'm really focused on fun. Sometimes I'm really focused on her. But the question I'm asking is, does he make you a priority? Now, an example of how he shows you that he's making you a priority could be something as simple as starting your car in the morning for you when it's too cold outside, making dinner for you, going to a function he hates because you like it, marking out time in his schedule for you, the occasional little gift just because, opera and Oprah or something like that. Now, I'm not saying all the time, but if a guy loves you, he'll make you number 1, at least sometimes. And I'm not talking about grand gestures either, incredibly expensive jewelry, insane trips, things like that. In fact, I'm personally distrustful of grand gestures. I think they can often be a sign of somebody trying to manipulate you. Love is something that you do every day. Now again, you get 1 point if you can say yes to this, honestly, and no points if you can say no. Number 3, does he tell his friends about you and show you off? Now, very simple question. Have you met your man's best friends and family? Has he made you feel like a part of his bigger life? If he's separating you from the rest of his life, there's something fishy going on. Either he's ashamed of you in some way, or he's hiding something. A man who is in love, who truly adores a woman, wants to show his woman off. So, does he show you off? Does he talk to his friends about you, or does he kind of hide you away, silo you away, isolate you in some way? If you can say that he does show you off and make you a part of his life, that's 1 point. And if no, that's not a point. Number 4, does he care about your pleasure during sex? Very simple question. Is he 100% focused on himself, or does he care about your pleasure? And actually, a great indicator of this is a really simple one. Does he ever open his eyes while you're making love? Does he look at you while you're making love? Does he talk to you while you're making love? Or does he have his eyes closed? Is he totally internally focused? That might be an indicator that he's thinking about somebody else, thinking about something else, whatever it's going to be. Now, if he does care about your pleasure, if he makes you feel good during sex, that's 1 point. And if he doesn't, that's 0 points. Number 5 is a big one, and you should really pay attention to it. Does he respect you and encourage you? Respect is a powerful word in this context. What I mean by respect is, does he value your opinion? Do you share important decisions? And does he treat you like a partner instead of an accessory? Also, does he encourage you to have friends, interests, and passions outside the relationship? Jealousy is not love, though it's easy to get confused. Now, if he does respect you and encourage you, if you feel like he's in your corner professionally, personally, for the things that you're passionate about, you get 1 point, and if not, no points. Number 6, do your friends like the way he treats you? As I like to say, he's not Romeo and you're not Juliet. It's not you against the world. That's crazy. Your friends are often a better judge of a guy than you are. Damned chemicals, the chemicals of love that cause you to act crazy around a guy can make it really, really difficult to know if he's actually right for you and loves you or not. Now, to do this, simply ask your close friends, and particularly your close male friends, brothers, cousins, exes, whatever. We've got douchebag radar. You get 1 point if yes, no points if no. And finally, number 7. Does he look at you like he'd crawl over broken glass and drink hot lava to get into your pants? Now, this does not mean does he only look at you and only you. That doesn't exist with real guys. We all look at other women. But does he check you out? Does he objectify you in some way? The visual is very important to guys. And if he's not looking, it means he's not physically attracted anymore. If he does look at you that way, you get 1 point. If not, no points. Okay, so let's just review the questions really quickly. Question 1, does he say I love you, and variations of it? 2, does he make you a priority in his life, a priority? 3, does he tell his friends about you and show you off? 4, does he respect and encourage you? 5, does he care about your pleasure during sex? 6, do your friends like the way he treats you? And 7, does he look at you with lust and physical appreciation? Seems kind of simple, huh? Now, your gut does matter. Whether you in your gut feel like he does love you or doesn't love you, that matters, but your gut can be really wrong. So back to the question, does he really love you? That really depends on how you define love. Like I said, men and women define love quite differently. But if you got all 7 points, it means he thinks you're a goddamn angel and is good at showing it. If you got 5 or 6 points, he loves you. Focus on the good. If you got 3 or 4 points, he mostly loves you, though he may have a hard time expressing it. If you got 1 or 2 points, or even 0 points, like some women, unfortunately, he's a douchebag. Run. He's using you, or he's resenting you. Okay? Now let's talk about what you're probably feeling right now and where we go next. Okay, if you're like the thousands of other women I've done this with, you're probably feeling one of 3 emotions right now. First, you might be feeling relief. You might have found out that that one special guy really does love you, even if he's not always great at showing it, and you can relax and try to enjoy your relationship. Second, you might be feeling sadness. You might have found out that the relationship you're in is broken in some way, and you might be wondering how you fix it and get the love and adoration you deserve. Third, you might be feeling anger or even devastation. You might have found out he really doesn't love you the way you need and deserve to be loved, that he's used you, that he's lied to you, that he's not the man you want him to be, and doesn't feel about you the way you need him to feel. No matter what you're feeling right now, though, I want to give you a very special gift. The gift I want to give you is the magic power to truly understand men, to connect with men, to communicate with men on a primal level, to never feel anxiety or doubt or anger with guys again, to be that one woman who magnetically attracts wonderful guys and who inspires the guys you already know to step up and be the men you deserve. How? Well, do you remember that survey I talked about at the beginning of this presentation? Remember, I asked women, if you had telepathy and could read any man's mind, what is the one thing you would desperately want to know? What I didn't tell you then is that I also sent a survey to over 50,000 men. And I asked them one simple question that got a shocking response, and that will change everything for you when it comes to getting the connected, wonderful relationship you deserve. What was the question? What's the one thing you desperately wish the woman in your life knew, but could never tell her? And even though I didn't expect guys to say much, I got amazing responses. Men, guys, hundreds and hundreds of guys actually opening up about what really goes on in our minds and our hearts, telling the absolute brutal truth about what we really want from women. what hurts us about women, why we lie to women, especially to women we truly do love, what we really want in bed, and more and more and more. All of the secrets that us guys never tell women about who we really are, what we really want, and what we really think about. All laid out in one incredible document, more savage and true than anything any woman had seen before. Now, looking at this document, looking at this survey results, I knew I had an important choice to make about what to do with this material. Option 1 was to bury it, to stick to the bro code like I'm supposed to. Option 2 was a lot more difficult and a lot more dangerous, but ended up changing the lives of thousands of women and will hopefully change yours too. Because I didn't bury this information or destroy it or ignore it. Instead, I took everything men had said about what we want and what we feel and what pisses us off and what makes us ecstatic about women and created a life-changing, step-by-step training for women, a guided tour through the hearts and minds of real men, a training I call The Secret Survey, What Men Desperately Want You to Know But Could Never Tell You. Now here's a little sample of what women who have been through this program have to say about it. Steph says, I effing love your Secret Survey program. I think this information needs to be told to every woman in the world because the majority of us really have no clue how different men are. I'm an overanalyzer, and this has filled in so many gaps that I just couldn't fill myself. It wasn't until I started to properly understand men that I could then properly apply dating advice. Then Chris said, first, I would like to say, wow, you hit the nail on the head with this. I am starting all over again after 23 years. I thought I was doing everything right, not so much. Now that I am starting again, I thought I needed a bit of help. I am glad I did. You have been an eye-opener. Now, I don't want to sound greedy here, but I am dating 2 men at this point, which I have never done before, and wow, changing me has been the one thing I was never willing to do. I changed the way I react to men. That made the difference. And finally, from an anonymous woman who didn't want her name printed, I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your program. I have always struggled with my husband looking at porn and with myself being over-emotional, which triggered his shutting down. Thanks to your guidance, we're finally feeling more open with each other sexually, and although I will never be 100% okay with him looking at other women, I am learning to deal with my own insecurities. Since I started your program, we've had an amazing time. We're even dieting and exercising together for the first time in the 11 years we've been together. Thank you so much for sharing your profound wisdom into the mind of a man. Your advice and teachings are valuable to me for a lifetime. Now, as you can see, this material is powerful stuff. And if you enroll in the program, it'll change your relationship with every man you know forever. Here's what you're about to learn. The 3 reasons men lie to women and the simple conversational tricks you can use to cause any man to open up to you in 5 minutes flat, even if he's been locked up like Fort Knox for years. Why men are like dogs and you're a bad owner, and how to interpret man speak to know exactly what's really going on in a man's head. The real reason men look at other women, what he's really thinking when he stares at a girl walking down the street, what a wandering eye actually means for your relationship, and how to bring his focus back to you like a laser. Why men cheat on women they love, how love and sex truly intersect in a man's mind, and how to lay the foundation for a 100% cheat-proof relationship where a guy would rather eat a pile of broken glass than even consider betraying your trust. What men really want in bed, why most men would never admit their deepest fantasies to a woman, and how to have your man sexually obsessed with you literally overnight. The simple, almost stupid thing almost all women do to emotionally castrate men. I guarantee you've said these words without even thinking about it and had no idea the devastating damage you actually did. The power of feminine vulnerability and how to use emotional judo techniques to massively multiply his desire for you. Why trying to make your man happy can kill your relationship. Emotional flooding. Why men are truly petrified of women's emotions and how to create a safe harbor where he can open up. And much, much more than I have time to go through on this call, in this presentation. So here's my promise to you. Just go through the Secret Survey program. Listen to what men really have to say. Do the exercises. Learn to understand men, and you'll be amazed at how your relationship with the men in your life transforms overnight. No more stupid arguments. No more begging and pleading for him to open up, because you'll already know exactly what's on his mind and how he feels. No more anxiety, no more pain, no more anger. And if you don't have a man in your life now, you'll be shocked at how easy it is to find amazing men once you go through this astonishing training and become that one magnetic woman wonderful men can't resist. Plus, you'll get the full, unedited survey results, exactly what men said when they thought you weren't listening. Now, my staff actually told me, Michael, I don't know if you can give this material to women. And I said, I think the women that are going to get into this program and go through this stuff deserve our respect and don't deserve to be patronized. There is tough material in the Secret Survey raw results, things that men would never say to women. But if you get the program today, you'll get the complete, unedited raw results. Okay, I think you can feel how much you want this. So let's get to brass tacks and talk about the special price I've got for you just for taking part in this presentation. First, the bad news. The Secret Survey program is a $197 training program. It's priced at $197 because of the depth of the training you get, and because I only want women who truly are ready to understand and be loved by men to enroll. But because you took part in this presentation with me today, I want to do something special for you. So here's the good news. First, I'm going to cut the price of the Secret Survey training for you from $197 to just $97. Less than $100 to truly get inside the mind of men. And here's the incredible news, but you have to act now. I know you want this. I know you're right on the fence, so I'm going to do something special. If you want to grab the Secret Survey, what men desperately want you to know, but will never tell you, in the next 20 minutes, I'll let you have the complete training for just one payment of $67 today. And all you have to do to get the program is click the Add to Cart button that you see below this video. And of course, you're backed up by my 60-day, 100% risk-free guarantee. Here's how it works. Simply click the button below, enter your email if you need to, go in there, grab the program, start going through the material, go through each of the lessons. If at any time in the next 2 months, you can honestly look back and say, you know what, that wasn't worth $67 to me. That didn't change my life. That didn't give me the insight I needed into men. All you have to do is contact our customer support. Maggie runs that for us. Send her an email, and we'll give you a complete refund. That's as simple as that. The reason I'm willing to give you such a generous guarantee is because thousands of women, over 10,000 women at this point actually, have gone through this program, and they write me email after email, comment after comment saying, Michael, I love this material. This material has changed my life. And so many women who post on my Facebook or write me emails say, Michael, if I'd had this material 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, it would have changed everything for me. Plus, if you enroll today, I'll give you 3 powerful trainings for free. First, you'll get Unstoppable Confidence with my good friend Michael Griswold, incredibly intelligent guy. He'll show you how to create incredible confidence in yourself, get over anxiety, get over shyness, be the confident woman you've always wanted. You'll also get an interview with Matthew Hussey called Magnetic Attraction. This wonderful interview with Matt, he's a British man, shows you exactly what to say to a man to get him to chase you, exactly what to do, exactly how to act. If you see a guy out at a coffee shop out in the world who you really wish would come over to talk to you, Matt explains exactly what to do to inspire him to come after you. And finally, you'll get Interview with a Cheater from Mr. X. Always wonder what goes through the minds of a man who cheats? I found a man who has cheated on a woman he truly did love, and he explains exactly why it happened and what he did afterwards. Plus, you'll get lifetime access to the Secret Survey community. Thousands of women talking about their issues with men, what they've discovered through the program, and how to improve their relationships. You'll get the Secret Survey bonus training videos with me where I walk you through the material, the full audio version of the program so you can listen to it in the car, on your iPod, whatever. You'll get the human lie detector training with Josh Pellissier, wonderful guy, teaches you how to read a man's body language so you know exactly if he's lying to you or not. Plus, you'll get additional bonuses I simply am not going to tell you about here. And all you have to do to get the program for the special discount of just $7 is click the Add to Cart button below. Now, you've got a really simple choice to make right now. Option 1 is to keep doing what you're doing now. Keep wondering about men. Keep putting up profiles on dating sites and wondering why only douchebags come after you and talk to you. Keep sitting there with the man that you're dating, desperately wanting him to talk to you and wondering why he never does. Keep feeling this sadness and this anxiety. Keep, like if you're like many women, pushing great guys away. You can keep doing that if you want to, but I think if you watched all the way through this video, went through the exercises, you know that's not working for you. Option 2 is you can try to figure out men on your own. You can do what a lot of women do, sit home at night and wonder what's really going on in his mind, or try to be a detective and interpret what he says to you through the filter of the female mind. But unfortunately, like I said, men and women are very different. How we express love and how we think is very different. And if you keep doing that, you're going to waste a lot of time. You're going to be like so many women who come back to me and they say, Michael, if I'd had your program 20 years ago, it would have changed everything for me. And option 3, you can do what thousands of other women have done already. You can learn the truth about men. Get the tools you deserve to have the relationship and the love that you truly do deserve simply by clicking the Add to Cart button below and getting the Secret Survey program, going through the lessons, talking to the community, getting all of the material that we give you, and feeling what it's like to walk out the door with your eyes truly open, to truly understand men, to meet guys and have your expectations set exactly where they're supposed to be so you can look at a man and know exactly who he is, exactly what he wants, exactly what he's been looking for his entire life, so you can have the romance you've been dreaming of your entire life. And to get the Secret Survey for just $67, all you have to do is click the button below. Simply click the Add to Cart button. You'll be brought to a page where you can confirm your order, make sure that you're getting everything that you deserve to be getting, confirm the price, and then you'll be brought through to a service called ClickBank, where they're going to process your payment for you. It's one payment of $6-7. You're not going to be charged anything else. Don't worry about that. And you'll get the first lesson of the program right away. And over the next several days, you'll get the rest of the lessons so you can really go through them, go through the exercises I've created for you, go through the videos, talk to other women in there. And within a few short days, you will have your master's degree in men, as I like to say. You'll finally truly understand men, whether you want to understand your husband, your boyfriend, whether you're wondering why relationships that you had in the past failed, or whether you're single and you're out there and you're trying to finally find a good guy. There are good guys out there. So many women I talk to say, where are the good men? Where are the good men? They are everywhere. I'm going to tell you that right now. All you have to do is learn to see them and to attract them and find them. Okay, so like I said, all you have to do is click the button below, the Add to Cart button. This price is not going to be available forever. 6-7, we usually charge $97 or more for this program. So if you want to get the $6-7 price, you have to act right now. But while we're here, maybe you're still thinking about it, that's okay. Let me answer some questions you might have about men or about the Secret Survey program. Tanya asks, will this help me get my ex-boyfriend back or my ex-husband back? Tanya, yes. If you are in a situation, and so many people are, where you let a man walk away, maybe you felt like you drove a man away, and you're trying to find out, how is it that I'm going to get him back? How am I going to heal the rift in our relationship? How am I going to create a new, better relationship with the same man? What do I do? Yes, this material will really give you an unfair advantage in the dating world and in the attraction world to get that man back. It'll help you discover why it was you weren't able to have the relationship you wanted before, and will give you the tools that you truly need to be able to understand him and give him what he needs to truly love you and wrap you in his arms again. Now, Sarah asks, I really want this, but want to make sure I'm safe. How does your guarantee work? Sarah, I totally understand. Buying things online can be a little bit scary. I used to think it was scary too. I do it all the time now. It works really, really simply, actually. All you have to do is click the Add to Cart button below. Enter your credit card information. You'll be charged $6-7, like I said. You'll be given access to our online portal, our online educational portal, where you can go through this other stuff. And all you have to do is just try it out. Get in there. It'll take you a few days to go through the material. That's fine. Inside, you'll find a link to customer support. Maggie, wonderful girl who runs all of our customer support. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. Love her a lot. And if you're not happy, all you have to do is go to her and say, listen, this just wasn't what I was expecting. It wasn't what I was looking for. It's not going to work for me, whatever it's going to be. You don't have to give any real explanation. Some women do. They say, hey, here's why. You don't have to. It's okay. Simply let her know that, and she will cancel your account and refund your money. Now, it will take a few days after you ask for your refund for it to be processed. That's because ClickBank takes a few days to get your money back. It's a electronic banking thing, nothing to do with us. And it'll go from there. I will say, approximately, I think it's about 4.5% of the women who grab this program for whatever reason decide it's not for them. And that's totally okay with me because I see the testimonials every day. I see how excited women are about this program. I see the changes people go through. We get posts on our Facebook wall from women saying, Michael, thanks to your material, I'm getting married next week. I say, Michael, thanks to you, I learned to let go of the hatred that I had for myself and really love myself again. It's really very gratifying. I love it. Jenny asks, why won't you tell us about the other bonuses? Great question, Jenny, partly because for time and partly just because I like to surprise you. When you go through the Secret Survey program, you're going to get a lot of stuff that I haven't talked about here. It's just my way of over-delivering. I get a lot of excitement and a lot of pride out of really helping women understand men. So many women have fallen for so many lies about who men are, about what men are, about what men want. And so over the course of the time that you'll be going through the program, you're going to get additional stuff, interviews, written material, things like that, that explains in deeper detail who men are, who men really are, and what men really, really want. Okay? Michelle asks, who shouldn't get this? Now, that's a really good question. Obviously, I would love it if you enroll in the Secret Survey program, both for myself, because I'm running a business here and I'm trying to get this out to as many people as I can, but also for you, because I really feel like it's going to help you. But there are some women who should not get this program. And those women, to me, are women that would rather live in a fantasy world than live in reality. If you would rather hold on to the illusions you have about men, if you would rather sit in your house at night wondering, where have all the good men gone? Why won't they find me? What's going on? If you have this idea that, things were better in the past and men knew how to treat women, all that kind of thing, this isn't for you. This program is for women who want the truth. And it's for women who can handle the truth. If that's not you, if you're not somebody who wants to know what really goes on in men's heads, because it's not always pretty, then this isn't for you. But if you can accept men for who they really are, and if you want men to truly accept you for who you really are, to love you for who you really are, then it is for you. Then you have an opportunity right now to get this program at a drastic discount and to truly feel loved and feel an understanding for men. Okay, so again, all you have to do to get the program at the special discounted price, which won't be available for long, is click the Add to Cart button below, go through, enroll in the program, put your credit card information in, click through. You're going to get your login information for the program. You'll be able to start going through the Men Are Like Dogs and You're a Bad Owner module. Really fun stuff right away. And it'll change everything about your life, change everything about how you interact with men, all of your relationships. And of course, you'll also get to start digging through the actual survey results, the raw material that men actually said. What men actually said when I asked them, what do you desperately wish women knew about men but could never tell her? And it's intense stuff, incredible stuff in a lot of ways, heartbreaking at times. What I said before, the quotes that I gave you from men talking about how it kills me when I say I love her and she doesn't believe me is from those survey results. There's things about sex in there, things about respect, things about companionship, things about love, things about communication, things about everything in there. Of course, the bigger program teaches you how to interpret that stuff, what it really means, because not all men are eloquent, but the raw material is very powerful. And I really hope that you get a chance to do it. So again, if you enroll right now, you can get the complete Secret Survey program, a master's degree in men, the ability to truly understand men for just one payment of $6-7, less than you'd pay to go out to a movie with with your kids, less than you'd pay for a really nice dinner, less than you'd pay for a good pair of shoes or a really nice dress, all just $6-7 to truly understand men. And all you have to do is click the Add to Cart button below. Now, whether you do decide to enroll in the program or not, of course, I hope that you do. I hope that you've enjoyed this presentation. I hope that you found the 7 questions to know if a man really loves you useful. Many, many women write in and say that those questions helped them accept the man they were with as a wonderful man when they weren't able to before because of previous relationships or whatever else. And many women say, Michael, I got a 1, I got a 2, I got a 0. And were able to walk away from a bad relationship and open themselves to a good relationship because of this material. So please, I really do hope that you invest in yourself and grab the Secret Survey program. If not, I have really enjoyed our time together. I hope you got a lot out of this, and I hope that we'll be friends, that you'll be a part of my life and my community in the future. Thank you so much.